What's it like to kind of be that go-to guy down the stretch, hitting those 2 buckets? You know, the guard with the smaller man. It seemed like tonight was the night that offensively you were getting going.
Yeah, I think we just each night it can be a different guy that has a good game, and we have the trust in each other that we're willing to sacrifice. Hey, let's get this guy the ball. He's having a good night, and tonight it was my night, and you know, got a couple passes from JB late, and just capitalized, took advantage of the mismatch.
Jaylen, what kind of curveball is it, and how nice is it to have Kristaps this year, something you guys haven't had in the past?
Big difference maker. You know, when teams start switching us and try to slow our offense down, we can always just go in and find KP on those mid-post isolations, and he's great in those areas. So going forward and getting ready for postseason, that's stuff that we want to continue to sharpen up. But we got all the trust in the world, and tonight we wanted to keep finding him. The big fella got going tonight, so helped us win this game.
You got your triple-double to O'Shea at the end there. Did you know that you were at 9 assists at that point, or what kind of happened there?
Yeah, I feel like I had some that didn't get registered, so I think maybe I want to see if some of you guys can double check, because I made some passes and or whatever, but and yeah, I was aware of my teammates kind of let me know. They were trying to help me out, so I appreciate it. Not all the time you get to have moments like that, for sure, so I appreciate my teammates for knocking down shots, but also helping me get it at the end.
And a few years ago, I remember you talked after your first triple-double just how much this one meant to you in terms of becoming a playmaker and everything. I guess, does it feel a little different now after a career triple-double? And I guess, how is that maybe a testament to you as kind of a playmaker now in that growth?
Yeah, just, you know, being able to make the right plays, see the game. Each night is going to be a different night. You know, we got a good team, which doesn't require me to score the ball. It requires you to be a basketball player. So tonight, you know, they were over-aggressive, helping at the rim. And we had kickouts and wide-open shots all night. So just keep making the right play over and over again, and that's what it's about.
I think to add to that, like it speaks about his like leadership too. He understands he doesn't need to score 30 every night, and he can have this kind of night where maybe he's not making all the shots, but he's just making those passes and making those reads for the teammates, and that us as a group, that's a chain reaction.
Joe, the first play you tried to do the off the backboard thing.
Yeah. It looked great in my head. I seen it. I was, you know, worked on it a little bit, and I just didn't have the legs tonight. My legs was cooked, so yeah, it looked great up here though. But not so much in real life.
Well, Ime said he was going to be more. The defense was going to be more physical than last week. He thought you guys were able to kind of allow you and Jason allowed to do what you want last week. How was their defense? How physical was it? And what was the difference?
Yeah, they definitely. I mean, in the first half, it was normal, but in the second half, you could definitely tell they upped the physicality, and the refs let it go a lot. So, you know, those guys are young, those guys are hungry, those guys are learning how to play, and defense is definitely something that is important if you want to win. So, you know, they're building good habits, and they're trying to build like some chemistry, and for them to kind of, you know, get going as a young team, and it's tough because you got some talented guys over there, and they're kind of figuring it out. And that's what it's about, man. You know, the key for them over there is just to continue to be unselfish. And I think they're learning, you know, about how to do that and win and add to winning. Because if you win, everybody's going to be happy, but you know, they're still figuring that out.
Kristaps, I guess Joe kind of credited the bench tonight. Luke, Peyton, all those guys, they do all the dirty work. I guess, how did they kind of set the tone for you maybe, especially on offense in the last two?
Yeah, I think early on we didn't have our best energy. It was kind of our talent that was, you know, having us that lead, and I think that's one thing that Joe is always emphasizing. You know, that no matter if we're the most talented team in the world, we have to play hard and we have to, you know, show up on every possession, and that's what he was trying to get out of us. And I think that's why he did those subs, you know, and then we kind of that second unit, you know, Sam, Peyton, they came in with great energy, kind of gave us a spark, and that was it. That kind of changed a little bit of the momentum of the game. Went into the halftime up 15, and still this is a good game for us to understand that we need to bring that energy every moment. You know, if not, there's going to be another guy that's going to come in and bring it. But we need as many people as we can every night.
Jaylen, was passing an emphasis for you coming into this game? When we talked to Joe, he mentioned that there were some direct improvements from last game to what you're seeing. Did you see the floor differently tonight?
Yeah, I mean, every game is different, you know. Teams guard, teams have different schemes. They're like a team that likes to switch. They're a team that likes to, be physical, so it changes the read. So tonight I just wanted to be aggressive, but if I got to the paint, I knew they were all coming in. I had a big game against them. I think the last couple times I played against Houston, I've had 30-plus points, whatever, so I know they're thinking about that. So anytime I drove the ball, there was a little bit of help, and I was just making the right pass over and over again, and I think that helped us get a win.
And Kristaps, do you ever tell Derrick to lay off the blocks? I mean, let him know that's kind of your territory?
I try, but he keeps stealing some of those, but I have to admit, D. White is really smart, which you guys already know that, but he gets a lot of sneaky blocks, and tonight he got another one at halftime. But yeah, D. White is, invaluable for us. No, he's such an important player and such a smart player that he's just, I think, still underrated in many ways.
And then just navigating this stretch of games and people sitting out, different people, how are those conversations and how have you guys planned for those kind of things?
I think it's a tough part of the season, tough stretch mentally and physically. This is hard, but you just got to grind and find that motivation to get up and play, be focused and be locked in. It's just a constant battle with yourself, but also to get our guys just going each and every night. We got to just find the energy to give each other energy to come out and play our best version of basketball. And it's that time of the year where you can see teams either lock in and continue to trend towards some type of goal, and some teams kind of trail off. And if we say we want to, play deep into the postseason, then we're gonna have to lock in for moments like this little stretch of the season. I think it'd be big for us.
You excited to see Grant tomorrow?
Not really, but I love Grant, so I'm sure he'll be, ready to have an annoying game, but we just got to come out and just be the best version of ourselves.
Presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.